Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and it's a cup of tea with Captain Steve videos. So in these, I sort of just go over everything that I found on the Tinterweb in the last couple of weeks or so that have entertained me. Well, since the last one of these episodes I've done. Well, I have a lovely cup of tea. Anyway, people out there, so what have I found? Shall we jump on over to my old TV set first? I think we should, people inside of the viewerverse. Let's get on over there, I guess. Chicka pow pow and chicka boom boom. Right, here we go. Now we're over on the old TV. Yeah, that one right there. And we've got the Acolyte on here. I've just got the best bits. The best bits of season 1 playing in the background there for you people. Now, what I would say with the Acolyte is, yes, I could watch all of it. Did I find it entertaining? To a certain degree, I did want to see what was going to happen from episode to episode. Definitely. But at the same time, there's just so many gaping plot holes inside of this that I can't for the life of me rate it any higher than a 5 out of 10. It's there, it exists, it's worth acknowledging if you're a massive Star Wars fan. Otherwise, this is nearly as bad as the Star Wars Christmas special. I mean, this guy, Tobin, yeah, he actually commits suicide for the things that he'd done that was so bad inside of this. Let me list you the things that he'd done that was so bad. He had his mind controlled by dark witches and his eyes all went black and he went in a hallucinatic state and collapsed on the floor. That's pretty much it. That's the only real thing that he did. And then he raced to go and rescue the girls from this coven of wishes on a freaking speeder. But he also wanted to find out what was going on with the planet with a Virgins, because he really wanted to get off this planet because he was bored shitless and wanted to go back to the Jedi freaking Academy. He was a Padawan. He was a learner. He was young and stupid himself. And for that, because he was there for association, because he didn't actually kill any of these dark witches. None of them. He's not responsible for the deaths of anyone. Not really. He was just there. Yeah. Had to commit suicide. Very odd. There's loads of gaping plot holes inside of this. That's just one. There was so many. And there was so much flip-flopping. 1 minute, yeah, I want to be a Jedi. No, I want to be some dark Covenant witch. No, I want to be some sort of Sith weird tangent thing. And it's just so many plot holes, people. Now, the only thing that's making me want to see season 2, yeah, the freaking up there season 2, is I would like to see Darth Plagueis, and I want to see what happens with the whole Sith element of this, because this is done in an era of peace where there hasn't been no Siths for freaking ages. I want to see how they actually put this into Star Wars and make it canon in some way, shape or form. It's more to do with the struggles they're going to have to do that, rather than the actual entertainment value of this. And I do like, there are some elements in this that I did like. I did like the fact that the helmet and also the brace that he wears, this Sith type guy, is made of cordium or something like that. It's cortosis, that's it. And it actually nullifies the lightsabers and things. That was inside of Star Wars Legends lore. I thought that was quite nice. There was a couple of nods towards Star Wars Legends lore. Now, if you've read all the Star Wars Legends lore or comics and all that sort of shenanigans, and you're quite vested in tangent paths, I'm actually quite happy that this is actually inside of this, you know. Sorry, I got thrown there for a second. There was a little element of Squid Games. Yeah, Sol, one of the main Jedis, dies in this. He's the guy from Squid Games. He actually learned English to be inside of this. He's one of the best reasons to watch The Acolyte Season 1. Spoiler alert, he dies on the last episode of Season 1. And he's not probably going to be in Season 2. He's another good reason to watch. He's gone. But anyway, back to the Legends stuff. If they do touch on the Path of the Hand and also the unnamed or the unknown, these weird beasts that actually feed on Force users. They were freaking evil creatures. They're like these wolfy type looking things, but actually hunt and kill Jedis. I think that could be quite nice if they go down that tangent and bring that into the series. So there's a lot of things they could do with this and directions they could take it that could save it. Maybe. But the whole fact that the actual writer said that they wanted to make this like Disney Frozen in space, the relationship of the two sisters and this whole sort of going and backwards and forwards with magic. Is it good? Is it bad? They've kind of done that with the Force as well, and they've made the Jedis feel like some sort of weird cult that goes around just abducting kids for no real reason, and it just feels very broken. It seems that they've just taken the whole idea of Jedi and made it feel like there's some sort of religious fruitcakes, almost like, I don't know, I can't really say. I think you know the sort of groups that I mean, religious sort of spin-offs, splinters offs, yeah, very different cult type stuff. They made them feel like a cult basically, and I don't think that's right, especially when I'm a Star Wars fan. It sort of put a really big tinge on that. He's trying to find the Force and the convergences of the Force using a metal detector. Okay, I think you get the idea. It's Star Wars, loosely Star Wars, if you can call it Star Wars. It's got elements. It's got lightsabers in it. It's got to be Star Wars. It's got speeders in it. It's got to be Star Wars. It's not the Star Wars you know. And if you like the Star Wars you know, you're probably not going to like this. This is for a new audience that probably has never watched Star Wars. If you started off watching this and then you went into the Phantom Menace and then maybe the other Star Wars is, I don't know, maybe. But other than that, it's terrible. It really is terrible. So that's everything that I've got for you when it comes to Star Wars Acolyte. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. I was kind of saying, well, this is nearly as good as Ashoka. But Ashoka wasn't good. That definitely wasn't good by any stretch of the imagination. So, make of that what you will, people. Okay, anyway, so that's that. That's Star Wars. Okay, next up is Boys Season 4. And yes, we had the last episode of The Boys. I really like The Boys. Now, I know that it's gone down a little bit of a darker path, and it seems to be that it's gone with shock tactics, gore tactics, and sort of like lewd tactics to sort of keep the viewer base interested. It's gone value of the story and premise. The story, I feel that they've taken real worldy politics and dumped it into this, though. The whole division that we have right now is, okay, so if you're more right-leaning than left-leaning, you're going to say, oh, come on. Why are you doing this to entertainment? This is supposed to be entertaining, fun stuff, but instead you've gone and made it into this political nonsense and circus. There is some of that going on here, I'm not going to lie, and I think it's going to be reflected in Season 4's reviews. Season 1 and Season 2, fantastic. Season 3 started to do it a little, but Season 4, it really does move that pointer to the left. Just as a heads up. I mean, I like to try and stay neutral, try to stay balanced and see things from both sides and every perspective. But even I can see that this has got that left-leaning slant to it. So just as a heads up, the right are definitely the bad guys inside of this. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's The Boys Season 4. And I'm still liking it because I want to see Homelander get his comeuppance. And I also want to see where, these powers sort of go to. I really like it when normal people take the V and then they get more strange powers that are usually not good. So having powers isn't always great for society. Yeah, I quite like that as an approach to superhero type stuff. And this does it freaking in spades, and it does it well. Okay, well, I think we've finished with the old TV. I think people inside the viewer, so let's just stop that from playing in the background there. And I think we'll be jumping over to my internet view, and we're going to be taking a look at things that have been strange on the interwebs. Now, this is the first thing it's the only thing that I've got strange for you. These are mushrooms, or are they? Or are they birds? Here you go, let's have a look-see. So here you go, look at them. They look like mushrooms, but they're little birds that are enveloped down into mushrooms. I'm going to ask you now, people. Do you think this is real, or do you think it is fake? Do you think somebody has been super clever with AI, or super clever with CGI? I mean, look at it. It does look pretty darn convincing. I mean, those birds look freaking beautiful. I've not seen anything like it. If there were things like this out there in the world, I would have imagined David Attenborough would have come across them by now. And yeah, probably the worst Transformers known to man ever. But yeah, here you go. I'm gonna put your minds at ease now, people. Right, John. So I'm just gonna let you know whether this is real or is it fake. Well, I've done some research. I mean, there's loads of videos of this online. TikTok, Facebook again. It is actually... There have been videos of mushroom birds' nests on TikTok and YouTube that have sparked reactions. Sorry to break it to you, but the mushroom birds are fake. They're fake, people. They're actually done through AI. And I must say, very cleverly, because it had me fooled for a little while. I must have watched that probably about 20 times trying to analyse it. So yeah, can see how it manages to get so many freaking views. Awesome. Very well done indeed. Okay, chums, so next up is gaming news. Now, No Man's Sky has had a little bit of a facelift through Worlds Part 1. And when I say little bit of a facelift, it's had a massive one. The clouds are now volumetric. The water now has animations, proper shaders that actually create waves and reflections. It is awesome. It's a beautiful feast for the eyes now. And not only that, they've added in some new biome types to pretty much every biome apart from lava and swamp. And they've added in different alternatives to sky coloration, hues, colouring, everything. But they've also added in a load of new assets and elements. It's like this, the lush planets. Some of them have now got floating islands, and some of those floating islands have actually got waterfalls on them. It looks like Pandora from freaking Avatar. Yeah, so Brew Protocol is an RPG, MMORPG, that I'm really looking forward to. Mainly because you get to create your own character. I mean, it looks a little bit like Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact I didn't enjoy too much because you've got to play as set characters, set sort of, genders locked to certain roles and all that sort of shenanigans. This, you create your own character and it's not gender locked or anything like that. You can just make whoever you want, and depending on what weapons you choose and the class you choose, you roll with that. But it's been delayed, and it's been delayed a few times now. Now, going through a few different articles online and watching a few YouTubers, from what I can gather, it's because player numbers over in Japan just aren't being held or captured as an audience all too well. Yeah, player numbers. Well, anyway, chums, that's pretty much everything that I've got for you in this episode. So, yeah, there's quite a lot entertaining me right now. I mean, I wish Blue Protocol would have dropped by now. I mean, it's been delayed so many times, but it is something that I'm thoroughly looking forward to, people. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and people will say, well, it's a gotcha game, Steve. It's pay to win and all that sort of shenanigans. From what I can see, there is a lot of customization that can be purchased inside of there, but not really buy to win sort of mechanics. Anyway, I'm going to go drink my tea. So, something that me and Ivy have started watching is Those That Have Come to Die, and that's over on Amazon. It's about gladiators and chariot racing. We've only watched 2 episodes. I'm still on the fence with it. There's not a single character in it that I like. It's a horrible world full of horrible people. That's what I'm getting so far. But there are 10 episodes. Maybe I'm judging it too early. It's got Anthony Hopkins in it. But he's a git as well. They're all gits. So that is something that we're watching. I've also picked up Cobra Kai, and it's the latest season over on Netflix. Watching that, I've thoroughly enjoyed all the ones previous, enjoying this one immensely. So that's something that we're watching as well. So hopefully I'd have that to deliver to you in this sort of format at some point, people. But that's everything that I've got for you. Until next time, goodbye, and goodbye again.
I said, but heck yes, here we go. Like and subscribe. Thank you to all my latest subscribers. Feed 890 RT, trying to take you to my latest YouTube backers. Sam Vine's 1975, Adam Night Tracer. Thank you to my latest backers on Patreon. Spotted Badger, Sumph Mari, CPT, Gorn, Sir Ominous Gaunt. Oh, 7 heck yes. Here we go. Please like and subscribe. Oh, 7. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. I7 yes, I7 goodbye, goodbye and goodbye and goodbye again. I7 yes, I7.